Hello, good morning. All right, let's see. How do I look? All right. Hi there. I am here in my garden paradise. I have to just admit it. I've named this the Oasis de Artes because it is a garden transformation that I have created here in beautiful Kamui, Puerto Rico. Okay. So it's been an epic journey of my life, and this is the time for me to be able to finally practice the skills and the passions and my energy and really put my unique type of intelligence into gear, into focus, into purpose, into making me the most happy person in the entire world. Okay, so I'm now teaching and coaching people through this process because I believe everybody needs to live their best life. They want to live their best life, but more importantly, we need to live our best life. Okay, so today's topic, oddly enough, was this unlocking your fast track to success. That's on the search term bingo today. I always do my research for the bingo card. And here it is. Fast track, 3 hours. I can do it in 3 hours. I know I can do it in 3 hours because I've done it in my high school classroom for years. I know the exact little formula. It's a little of this, a little of that, and a little of this. Trust me, it's a formula. But I know how to make that formula powerful, magic, bust you upside your head in 3 hours or less, transform, right? Just like Wonder Woman, just like Superman going into that phone and poof, he comes out Superman. I know how to do that. And that's what I'm here doing. That's what's so cool about this. And that's what's got me then so fired up because this is what I've wanted to do my whole life. Yeah. 20 years ago, I used to have a pool company that we named Oasis Pool Design because it wasn't just a construction company. It was something bigger. It was something more design-like. We weren't just like every other cheap swimming pool company. No, we were the Oasis Pool Design. Yeah, and it was successful because people want to live their fantasy life. So this stuff is as old as time. This was another huge light bulb for me. You know, as a reading teacher, okay, I know students don't like to read. I know we've gotten into this really fast clickbait kind of life. It's fast, it's zippy. Okay. Did you know, think about this, comics, pictures have been the original communication since the beginning of time, those stick figures, cave drawings, okay? Because we have to communicate. And the comics, as I've been reading my history and really diving into this type of art, because it's just fascinating to me, I thought about it in the 60s, kind of Andy Warhol, pop modern art. But then I peel that back and the history, especially of political humor, peeling that back goes back to like the 1930s with Dick Tracy. So now I'm on this crazy Dick Tracy theme and the origins of Marvel and the origins of this Disney, right? Back in the 1920s and the 1930s, and how Walt Disney had this idea about making a funny little drawing about a mouse, that the mouse could do stuff and be funny because people wanted to break the tension of the Depression and of the First World War. That period in the 30s was horrible. That's kind of pop culture. That's kind of where we're at now. Hi, yeah, I see somebody sending me a smile. Sweet. So I'm in my garden. I'm out here in my paradise. I now have my sort of retired sabbatical, let's call it. I sort of ran away from my high school because, yes, this is an experiment. Somebody saying hi. Thank you. Yes, good morning. Please subscribe. I'm trying to create this new way of thinking, and yet it's the oldest way of thinking ever. In fact, it's so classical Greek, it's Stoic thinking, if you want to get into that whole stuff. But I'm making it light and fun because the comics make it light and fun. So think about what's it called? I know I can't say it right. Mona, the Disney show, one of the last Disneys, saying that. Awesome. Thank you for saying hi. So this heroic thinking. Let's talk about this idea that if you're struggling and you're trying to figure out even this, how to unlock your fast track to success, you're trying to figure this out, okay? First, you got to stop. That's my first one. You got to center yourself on what you're doing. That's the second one. But then you have to look at the other side, the other perspective, change your point of view. That's what this does. So instead of being in that panic, struggle, oh my God, I have to fix my problem. I'm looking fast track to success. I need it now. Okay, believe it or not, slow down. Stop. Because really good decisions and really smart thinking, solid, responsible thinking takes a little bit of time. Takes time. So you're going to have to stop, refocus, think, see, wait a minute, check yourself. See, is this what I want? Is this where I'm really headed? Am I carrying a lot of misconceptions and a lot of the past and a lot of that struggle? I'm calling that this cloak of despair, the cloak of misery. And yes, I know everyone carries, they say it's your chip on your shoulders, that you're carrying this around with you. And yes, we get so strong and wound up that that's our strength. But that's also causing you to see things a little bit jaded and a little bit cloudy. You've got this air of misery around you, panic, anxiety, right? And the way to stop that, you stop. And you literally, now they're saying hi, you literally have to stop. You have to take off that dark cloak of that misery, whatever, learn from it, turn it into a superhero cape, because I'm showing you how to be superhero thinking, stoic, original, facts, process, follow the math, like 1, 2, 3, don't be jumping around and doing stuff. Stop. Because if you can do that, it's mental fitness. It's your mindset. It's the getting the grip and taking off that cloak and putting on the superhero cape and looking at the problem with stability, focus, consider the other side. Negotiation is a two-way street. You got to strategize. You got to think about the other side. And so that's what this is doing. That's what I do here. That's what I can do it in 3 hours. So I'm here doing it. And I admit it takes time. This is the last piece, and then I've got to go because time is going. Yes, time is marching on. You have to let things settle in. Yes, the best life quest, it was the best life just in general. It's been my best life since I moved here in Puerto Rico, and now it's going to be 4 years next week. I'm so excited. I'm going to be a 4-year-old. And maybe that's why I like the comic books. I don't know at the moment. That seems to be the great bridge here between they're made for adults, really, cartoons, Dick Tracy, look it up, but that they're light and funny and that they bring emotion and happiness. Look at Disney and how much he's done with Mickey Mouse and mixing them together, bringing it here. Bada boom, bada bing, da 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 da. That's what I do. That's what I do. So I'm here. And like I was saying, the best life I realized it's a quest. And yes, you are on a quest to find your oasis, your dream, and make it happen. And I can do that in 3 hours. It's planning, it's understanding, it's having a vision. It's taking off the bad glasses and putting on some new ones. And yeah, I got to go get new glasses. I keep squinting. And so solving the problems. Know what you can solve. Know which hurdles you're going to have to get over. Know which big obstacles you really have to pick at and pick at and pick at and pick at. But if you've got that figured out, let's go. On fire. 3 hours. That's all it takes. 3 hours. That's it. I'm a magic this too. I'm the magic Merlin. I'm the magic Merlin that has all of this here. And you know, it's the alchemy. It's the Snow White alchemy of those witches are making stuff happen. It's all true. There's reasons why these legends, the legends are true. So come back to the roots. Come see me here in Puerto Rico. I'm making this a tourist destination, Oasis de Artes. It's going to take time. Back to my last point here. I got this idea. I make little jumps and I see the big future, but then I also have to make all of my little jumps. So at night, I'm jumping into politics. I'm jumping into the really big problems and the really big problem solving. And this Wayfinding Station is exactly why I'm here, because all of our compasses need to be set. And if we can set them on respect and truth, if we can get back to the compass part, our true north being respect and truth, can you commit to that, respecting yourself, being honest with yourself first? That's the first place to start. This too, back to I'm like, wait, unlock the fast track? I'm giving you all these keys. That's what this is. These are all the keys. You see what I'm talking about? Okay, nighttime. The Wayfinding Station is Tuesday nights on YouTube, on here, on my website, on all these places. I'm going to stop talking. I have to go. I'm so wound up. I got 16 things I'm working on. So I'm not even going to really do the garden walk around this morning. I really have to get myself into gear. Actually, let me get this into gear. You'll see why. This is kind of funny this morning. I was sitting out here this morning and have puppies. My neighborhood here, yeah, I've seen some dogs off in the I've seen the dogs. And sure enough, they've had puppies. Sure enough, I saw a couple of them a couple days ago. Well, so the fun part of this, and I'll tell you here, the really fun part, I'm trying to be optimistic. Last night, I heard them in the middle of the night going on and on. The puppies, the dogs, it was something going on outside. And I'm like, that's not real sweet. I wasn't real happy about that this morning. And then I'm sitting out in the garden and I see the mama and a puppy in my yard. And I'm like, oh no. I pick up one of my palm tree pieces, start running around like a crazy woman, trying to scare the dogs back out of the fence because, yeah, guess what? The guy that was working on the fence left it open, left the whole thing standing open all night long. No wonder the dogs are having a party in my yard. No wonder it was like I said, a fiesta last night. And all I can do is just laugh and go, tracing back the problems. What part of this did I do? Which part of this can I control? Which part of it is really not my business and not in my control? And how am I going to handle this because it's my world? So, yeah, I now have a bunch of puppies. Yay. And I need to figure this out. So if you're here around Puerto Rico, please stop by. Please hear my crazy adventures. I've got lots of art projects we could work on. This morning is my digital art, so that's why I'm here. So like I always say, thank you. Enjoy your beautiful day. Add art. Creativity is magic. And subscribe, follow along, share with your friends. I should be saying that more, but you know the point. All right. Love you. Have a great day and come back tomorrow. Okay. Bye. Thanks.